being on earth is something to be grateful for. Existing is something to be grateful for. Breathing is something to be grateful for. Seeing is something to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. The material things is an illusion. All these material things y'all obsessing over and needing and wanting isn't really the existence that's settled in here. You came on this planet naked. You was a baby, small, naked. You ain't had no clothes on or nothing. But you naturally knew how to breathe. You wasn't taught on how to breathe. You naturally knew how to open your eyes and see. Because the gifts is already in you the first time you took that breath. All these other things we see, these physical things, we created it through the human mind. Because our brains is creative. It's not what it seems, y'all. It's so much more. Life isn't a specific perspective. When you limit yourself to a perspective, then that's what you're going to receive. You can't receive the beauty because your mind is limited to a certain belief. If you want more in this world, be grateful for what you have. And be grateful in knowing that more is coming, and trust divine timing and alignment. Do not rush the process. Do not rush. You are here in alignment. If you force things to happen, you're not going to get the result that you craved. Because the universe blocked things away from you, delayed time for a reason, to protect you. Not because it doesn't like you, not because it wants you to feel, but it do that to protect you. If you don't want the universe hope, then that's okay. Your ancestors and spirits understand. But they're not going to force you to choose them. There's so many people out here that would love the hope that your ancestors and higher power and spirits will give. There's so much joy and beauty in this world, but y'all can't just live in the moment. Y'all gotta be willing to take in this journey, and a journey is infinite moments. A journey is a part of the process. It's not a specific moment. You can be good for a moment, but after that moment is over with, what is you going to feel? And that's the biggest question you should ask yourself, because even when the next moment comes, after that moment over, then what is you going to feel? It never stops. You got to ground yourself, meditate. You have to realign yourself. You have to feel like the version that is in the now, and love yourself for it. Do not beat yourself up for something that had nothing to do with you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. A lot of people grow up in crazy situations and had crazy traumas at a young age. That's not your fault. That was given to you to make you better, make you stronger. And you might think, but it made me feel weak. How did it make me feel stronger when I felt weak in that moment? Because when you find yourself again, it's going to be a shock. Like, you like, wait, this is who I am. I wasn't the moment, but you got to find yourself. You don't find yourself by looking out here. Do not look out here. Look inward. Remind yourself of the strength. Remind yourself of who you are. You know yourself more than anybody. And you know you got strength. You know you got power. So don't even sugarcoat nothing. Don't even feel like when you go to the gym and work out and you lifting up them weights, it makes you feel weak. But afterwards you get stronger. It's the mind playing tricks on you. You're stronger than what you realize. It's the same example what I just said. When you go to the gym, lift those weights, you feel weak, like you can't even do it no more. Like that last little push, and you just let go of it, and you be like, oh, we give it a few more days, you got in stronger. That's the same example. So after this video, what is your plan? What is actually your real plan? What is you actually going to do from now on at this specific moment to move forward in your life? Not just talk, not just feel in the moment, not just come back when things get heavier and harder. But what is you going to do with every gifted present moment? Because every present moment is a gift. It's a present from the universe. What is you going to do with it? Don't tell me. Don't tell me, and don't ask somebody else outside of you. Go inward and do the healing. You know what you haven't healed. You know what you're attached to. You know it. Stop hiding away from the power. Stop hiding away from your shadow, and things will get better. I faced my shadow. I talked to myself. I told myself who I was. I reminded myself. And when I did that, everything in my life changed. It's not going to be abracadabra, boom, and then everything gets better. It's a journey, not a moment. It's a journey, not a moment. Remind yourself just remind yourself this life is a journey. Every moment is a chance to try again. Okay? And once you realize that, life gets easier. Y'all try to hide. That's why it gets harder. You're hiding. It takes a lot to hide. It takes more work to hide than to face. You might think it's harder and easier to just hide away, but you will never be able to hide away, because you will always be the person you are, unless if you die and then change to a different human form. But your soul is going to carry that unfinished business that you didn't do in this life into your next life anyway. So you will never get it out. You will never find a way out from hiding. You will have to face it. It's you. It's your thoughts. It's your emotions. It's your experience. No one knows. You're not alone. But you have to realize that you got to go inward first, y'all. You can't come out here expecting people to save you, expecting things to come through when you didn't even do the inner work and did the healing yourself and had a self-talk. So I have a lot of negative self-talks. You put yourself down. You talk to yourself like you crazy. You tell yourself you weak-minded and you can't do it. And you wonder why you can't do it, because you rehearsal that to yourself daily. What you rehearsal to yourself becomes your reality. If you start saying good things and start having positive self-talks, like, hey, I know today wasn't your best day, but you can do it. Then things start naturally shifting because your brain starts to perceive things differently. Life makes sense. You make life complicated. And it's okay, because we're human. We're learning. This is a journey. It's an experience. That don't mean you're wrong or something's wrong with y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I went through so much in my life. So much things I did, and so many times I was just hiding away from my shadow. And I became one of the most impactful people. Like, I'm impactful. I'm emotionally aware, in tune. My intent, my like spiritual gifts have heightened. I've been getting so many messages from the higher power, and it's still happening. I know more is coming. Your downs, your low days, the days where you feel like there's no way out, is literally here to make you grow. It's here to make you grow. Be grateful for the days when you can't, when you feel like you can't go through it, when you feel like you can't face it, or Be grateful for those days. Those days are literally your gifts. Because when you get over it, you gonna look back at those days and be like, damn, I came far in my life. I came far. But you gotta love the days where you can't get through it. Because you can, but that emotion gonna tell you can't do it. That a negative emotion go force you into a negative pattern belief. But once you remind yourself who you are, and once you remind yourself of your power, life switches. Not in a moment, but it's a journey that you got to do every day. And it's not hard. It's harder hiding away, y'all. So yeah, love life, life loves you.